As Mr. Frank reads on, another voice joins his, as if coming from the air. It is Anne's voice. Mr. Frank and Anne. My father started a business importing spice and herbs. Things went well for us until 1940.
I've read a few plays, and it's still interesting to me how the stage directions, these descriptions and parentheses, communicate to the reader what is happening.
Without them, it would be tough to understand what the writer had in mind for the directors, the actors, and how they envisioned things looking on stage.
So the play opens in 1945, but most of the story takes place years before that. When Anne and Mr. Frank start reading together, the play flashes back to 1942. So if you were sitting in the theater, you'd see Mr. Frank on stage reading the diary, and you'd hear Anne's voice joining his, and that's what leads us into the flashback.
It's an interesting way to transition us into the flashback, and it also gives us a quick summary of the family's experience. The dad had a spice and herb business, and things went well until 1940.
Then the war came, and the Dutch capitulation, followed by the arrival of the Germans. Then things got very bad for the Jews. Mr. Frank's voice dies out. Anne's voice continues alone. The lights dim slowly to darkness. The curtain falls on the scene.
So now we know what changed in 1940.
We know World War II came, and the Germans came to Amsterdam, where the play takes place. But I'm not sure what is meant by Dutch capitulation.
In 1940, the Dutch people surrendered to the Nazis, so all Jewish people in that entire area were immediately in danger.
Speaking of which, I think enough people have an idea of what happened during World War II that a simple line like, "Then things got very bad for the Jews," will tell them everything they need to know.
And we see more about how they're going to handle the flashback. We have the father's voice from 1945 dying out, and Anne's voice from before 1945 continuing by itself.
And it's interesting, too, that this is the end of the scene, which is marked by the curtain coming down. So you have the sense that when the curtain comes up on the next scene, will be in the past, at the time when Anne is writing.
Using a device like a flashback really accomplishes a lot. It gives the audience information they'll need for the rest of the play.